Ever see those scenes in like medical dramas? You know, the dimmed room, the X-ray flickers on, dramatic music, sudden diagnosis?
Oh, absolutely. Those are classics.
We're diving into that world today, but for real. Diagnostic radiographers, the folks behind those medical images.
And we're using RoleCatcher's guides here, whether you're thinking career, working with these pros, or just curious.
Exactly. It's fascinating stuff.
What's wild is it's so much more than just X-rays now, which is what most people picture from TV.
Right. It's way more dynamic. So what does a diagnostic radiographer actually DO these days? RoleCatcher gave us some cool insights, like they're not just doing the old school X-ray anymore.
Yeah, you've got MRI, ultrasound, CT scans, the whole gamut.
It's high tech.
Oh, and you can't forget 3D imaging. That's where it gets really wild. Visualizing body structures from all angles totally changes diagnosis and treatment. Game changer.
3D, AI, seems like tech is changing this field crazy fast. But for a radiographer day to day, what's the impact?
Their skill set has had to, like, level up alongside the tech. It's not just running the machine anymore. Take AI, can analyze images now, help spot tumors, things like that.
Wow.
But the radiographer still has to understand those AI results, make sure the diagnosis is on point, use their own expertise. It's this cool human-tech combo.
So it's not just the technical stuff then?
Exactly. You need good people skills, too. They're working directly with patients, explaining things, sometimes even giving tough news. Empathy is huge, being reassuring. That bedside manner.
RoleCatcher also mentioned it's not all bustling hospitals either.
Right. Hospitals are big, but you'll find them in clinics, private practices, even mobile units sometimes.
Variety is the spice of life. But one thing that seems consistent, from RoleCatcher's data at least, is that it's a career in high demand.
Yeah, that's a major pro they highlighted. Healthcare is booming, aging population, need for skilled radiographers is only going up, job security, good salaries.
They keep things real, though. Don't just paint a rosy picture. There are challenges, too, right? Let's dig into that a bit.
Absolutely. It's not always easy. Can be physically demanding, emotionally, too. You're dealing with patients in pain, stressed, long hours, sometimes awkward positions. And of course, the radiation exposure, though with safety measures, it's minimized.
Sounds like you've got to be passionate about this work to handle those downsides. Would you say that's fair?
It's not for everyone, that's for sure. You've really got to care about patient care, find it rewarding to be such a key part of getting the diagnosis right.
Speaking of which, RoleCatcher broke down that typical career path nicely. Seems like you usually start entry level, work your way up.
Right. You'll begin as, like, a junior radiographer. Learn all the basic imaging techniques, patient care, all that. Then, as you get more experience, expertise, you move up to senior radiographer.
RoleCatcher mentioned that your responsibilities change a lot at each stage, which I thought was interesting. So junior, you might be doing routine x-rays mostly, assisting on the more complex stuff. But senior, you could be leading a team, mentoring, even doing research.
And don't forget specializing. RoleCatcher talked about the certifications, becoming a certified radiologic technologist, or focusing on, say, just MRI or CT.
Makes sense. Shows you've got those advanced skills.
Exactly. Opens doors to new roles, leadership, the whole 9 yards.
It's kind of wild how tech's changed not just the job itself, but even how people get these jobs. Like, RoleCatcher's doing cool stuff with interview prep, right?
Oh, yeah, their resources are amazing. Super detailed practice questions, specifically for radiographers.
Give us an example.
So, like, how do you keep patients safe during imaging? Or, tell me about a time you had to explain complex medical info to a patient clearly, but also empathetically.
Those are tough. I'd be stumped.
They're meant to be challenging, makes you think critically, show what you know. But get this, they even have AI that gives feedback on your answers.
No way.
Yeah, it's like you practice answering. The AI tells you what you did well, where you could improve, helps you build confidence.
Like a personal coach, but digital.
Exactly. And this whole AI thing, RoleCatcher talks about that more broadly too. It's changing the whole job market, not just reading medical images anymore.
It's kind of changing everything, isn't it? This AI, I mean. In so many fields, but especially healthcare, where you think human touch is key.
It makes you wonder, right? Are all these skilled jobs just going to be done by robots someday?
Exactly.
RoleCatcher, actually, they talked about that tension too. What's important, they said, is to see AI not as replacing humans, but making them better.
Interesting. I can see that.
Think of it like the AI can do the repetitive stuff, the data crunching, right? Even spot things we might miss, just because it can process so much information.
Okay, yeah.
That frees up the radiographer to actually, care for the patient, use their knowledge for the diagnosis, the treatment plan, build that trust.
So almost like AI handles the tech side, lets the human side be even stronger.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Finding that balance is what it's all about. And this isn't just healthcare, by the way. ANY job. You got to figure out how tech helps you.
Absolutely. Adapt or get left behind, right?
Right. Learn those in-demand skills. Don't be afraid of AI. Make it work for you.
Great advice for anyone, really, no matter what they do. And listeners, that's kind of the takeaway we hope you're getting from all this.
For sure.
How can you use this stuff, AI and all that, to your advantage? How do you keep learning in a job market that's like changing every day?
Big questions.
Yeah, stuff to think about as you figure out your own career, your own path.
It's an exciting time, though, got to admit.
Yeah.
Especially a field like radiography, right on the cutting edge.
Totally. Well, on that note, we'll wrap up our deep dive into the world of diagnostic radiographers. Huge thanks to RoleCatcher for the awesome info.
They're great.
We'll be back next time with another fascinating topic. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and we'll catch you on the flip side.